Hello, I'm Armin. I want to explain the settings and applications of the Object Manager indicator. This is the indicator settings page, where my email and the expiry date of the demo version are mentioned under Common. In the Input section you can find the indicator settings, including the placement of indicator buttons. By enabling trigger level, you can see an optimal entry point in every zone you draw, based on the time frame in which the level was drawn. In the Fibo color section you can adjust the Fibonacci tool's color. If Show ATR on Fibo is enabled, the time frame of the movement where Fibonacci was plotted will be displayed. The next step is configuring the indicator buttons, which are used for drawing levels. Query is the color of the rectangle or zone being drawn. Usable caption is the description of the drawn level displayed on the rectangle. Width specifies the thickness of the rectangle line. The style determines the type of the drawn line. I recommend avoiding the dot style if the thickness exceeds 1. The settings for the rest of the buttons follow the same pattern up to button number 8. In the Hide/Show and Cross/Consume color section, you can define the colors related to the functional buttons of the indicator. The corner section determines which corner of the chart the indicator will be positioned in. This indicator uses an ATR indicator to calculate the movement time frame, and you can change its period under ATR period. I recommend using the number 55 for better accuracy. The rest of the tabs don't require special configurations. Let's move on to the indicator's applications. Here is the visual appearance of the indicator. You can use each of these buttons to draw your desired level. After clicking a button, a rectangle will be created with the first click, which can be moved anywhere on the chart with the mouse. The rectangle will be placed with the second click. As you can see, in the time frame where I drew this level, a static trigger line was drawn, which is the optimal entry point for placing an order. If I change the width of the rectangle, the optimal entry point will also change. 2 anchors are added for each rectangle, which you can find at the beginning and end of the rectangle. By dragging these anchors, the rectangle can be shifted left or right. If I want to shift my rectangle to the right, there are 2 scenarios, each executed by a double click. If the cross button is active, the rectangle will shift to the first place where the price crossed my rectangle. If the consume mode is active, the rectangle will shift to the first place where the price touched my rectangle. If I double-click on my rectangle again, these scenarios will be executed for the next intersection. By selecting any rectangle and scrolling the mouse, you can use other colors set in the indicator settings. You will see that the rectangle's description changes as well. If you have a trend line on your chart, you can apply the same crossing scenarios with double-clicking and the line will become horizontal. No scrolling can also change the color of any object, such as this trend line. Now, I want to consider a movement on the chart and use the Fibonacci tool. As you can see, the time frame displayed on the Fibonacci is the time frame of the movement I considered. By double-clicking on the Fibonacci, I can use extended Fibonacci levels to find the target range. Another use of this indicator is its ease of use in charts. If you double-click without selecting any object, the chart will shift to its end. Also, with a first click or mouse scroll, MetaTrader exits the chart shift mode, and you can move to any part of the chart you want. To purchase this indicator for just $10 per month, you can email me. Also, 5 days free demo version is available. Just send an email.